Hi guys, it's Alia. Welcome back to my channel. So I'm back to share another journal with you. And this one here, I tried out one of the book plates or the name plates. I don't know what you actually call them. Because I had ordered two sets, this set and then kind of a smaller one. And I realized when I ordered the smaller ones, the brads didn't fit into the little holes. But I remembered that I had the bigger ones and I wanted to see if the brads fit in, and they actually do. So this is my first time using a book plate with the brads in the front of the journal, because the first one I did, I had the book plate on, but I ended up sewing it like with embroidery thread through each hole. So this one is the first of the book plates, but I like the way it came out and I like the way it looks. Now you can remove this, but I kind of meant it to be in there. But I mean, obviously you don't have to. You can change it to something else if you want, but it is able to be removed, this paper that says journal. And for this one, I've used this before. It's one of the pillow shams, and it looks like it's quilted. So beautiful. And I also did eyelets for the closure. And on the front here, I have two charms. There's a little butterfly and then one that says handmade. And the measurements of this, it's 5.5 by 7.5. And then there's organza ribbon closure. And let's get right in. So let's make sure I am in frame, and I believe I am. Good. Front cover, actually the front cover and the back cover are more of the pockets. No, I'm sorry, more of the fabric from the front that I made pockets. I also added some bias tape here to make it kind of like a finished pocket. And then of course we have a note from the bookmaker. We have one of the library cabinet catalog cards, and then two playing cards. I put this one in because I thought with the pinks and flowers and stuff, it went really well. I'm sorry, let me just make sure. Okay, I don't know why I always think I'm not in frame. So the first little tuck spot here, it's actually a bag that I just kind of layered on top. And then in here, I have a little tag, and I actually was gifted this tag, I believe by Sherry. I think she sent this to me. But I love the way it kind of went with everything in here, so I'm using it in there. And then this is a vintage postcard. It's from 1947. Oh, it's from Canada, Ontario. So it was going to Calgary. That's neat. And this is the Medical Arts Building in Canada. Here I just added some fibers to the side just to trim the page. This is one of the paintings by Renoir, and it says something about it on the back. On here, this is actually a vintage picture. I wish that it did tell like a date. It doesn't. It says me something, I don't know, many trees. Roses in front, the big high tree is back. Pepper tree? I don't know. But she's basically, there's the roses in the front and the trees all around. But it is a vintage picture. And then in here, we have a little, it's just a journaling card that I made with index cards. It has vintage paper in the background and then a little butterfly there. And then this is a vintage stock bin card, which is perfect for writing on because it has the lines on it. And then you can journal on this part. And this is just like a little cluster I made. I was trying something out. I wanted to use some stamps, and I also wanted to use the little, kind of the method that Bonnie did when she was doing these like little scrap clusters. So I was just kind of testing how something would look, and that's what I made. I made two of them, so they're both in this book. But it makes a great little tuck spot. And then here, this is one of the altered paper clips that I made. and it has the little butterfly and then just some pink fibers. And see, there's the paper clip on the back. And it holds this tag. Again, this tag I learned by watching one of Bonnie's videos. It actually has 3 pockets, but I always forget to put something in that pocket. Actually, you know what? I just got new cards today. I'm going to put that in there. There we go. So that way you know there's a 3rd pocket. So there's the pocket here, the pocket in the back, and then this pocket there. And then that just gets tucked back inside. Here, this is a vintage correspondence, 1947, and I believe this is a letter. Oh, they won't be. Okay, dear Mr. Sack, Emily Post be hanged. Oh, what? Emily Post be hanged. I won't write a formal acceptance of your kind invitation to Keys. Oh, I don't know if, I'm not really sure, but yeah, it's a vintage correspondence to the wedding. So I don't know if this person was actually going to the wedding or not, but you can definitely read it if you have this journal. Actually, I'll put it there. And then 2 playing cards. And then I was playing with my stamps, and I just made like a little, not really a snippet roll, but just kind of like a row of stamps just to see what it looks like. And I actually kind of like the way that looks. And you can always coordinate the stamp colors with whatever journal you're putting it into. Here's a clock from my sticker book. This one I sewed all around the page. I try to do a fancy stitch, but my sewing machine doesn't really have fancy stitches, but it's, you know, not a straight stitch and not a zigzag. So to me, it's a little fancy. And this I made with one of those library catalog cards. Add some fibers on the top. Well, not fibers, fabric. Here's a little journaling card there. And this is one of the collaged stamp tags I made. So you can journal on the back of that and look at that on the front. I made these in another video. It's pretty neat. And then some more fabric there. That's vintage book pages. Added some vintage. It's actually just the very side of it, but of course, you know, you want to reuse it. Well, I do. Here is another altered paper clip that I made in another video. Or I don't know if I made this on video, but I definitely showed it on video. I tied some fabric there, and there's the paper clip part. And then this, it holds one of these tags that I made that I absolutely love. So you can journal on the bottom and you can journal on the back. And it has all that fun stitching all the way around it. And in here, oh, this is so special. These bank receipts are from 1892. There isn't a 2 there, but I got it in a lot of several bank receipts. Actually, I have this video showing these when I won them from eBay. And the date is 1892. But this person deposited $50 in checks back in 1892. So this is actually antique. It's 129 years old. So that is in there. So I think that is so special. And then here is just a little place to journal. This, I don't believe it's vintage. I'm not really sure. It's a neat little picture though. Oops, without the glare. And that's tucked behind there. And this is a little envelope, and inside just some extra room for some journaling. And of course you can tuck away whatever you want inside there. And then I just did a little collaging on the front of the envelope. And because this is very vintage, it was kind of, you know, not so strong of a paper, I did reinforce it with washi tape in the fold. And then some more stitching around the edge. That one I just did a zigzag stitch on. And here's the middle, and these are both, I don't know if they're antique, but they're definitely vintage. This one, oh, this one actually was not posted. So this one didn't go through the mail. This one did, and this one is from 1910. So this is antique. Such cool images though. But I did the flowers just because to kind of keep with a flowery theme. And here is another little vintage receipt, and I believe it doesn't have the date on here. I believe it's 1970 though. Because I got a whole bunch of these receipts from an estate sale, and this trip to Aruba, it was like a cruise they went on, but it was in the 70s. So I thought that was pretty cool. And then this, another little place for journaling. And here's another card catalog, library card thingy. Some of these cards. Here is another altered paper clip. I love these things. They are so awesome to make. And they use up scraps and stuff, and then it just kind of dresses up your paper clip. Because before, when I used to use paper clips, I would just paper clip stuff in with a regular paper clip, which, you know, is completely fine. But then when I found, like, the idea to do these, and I can't remember, it was either Bonnie I was watching or Pam from the Paper Outpost. But I watch their videos a lot, and I get a lot of inspiration from them. And then I made this little tag, and I try to make it like pinks, so it kind of like all matches together. Pinks are purplish stuff, so I found some stamps that had like the pinks in them. I have the fibers, and then I kind of felt like it sort of went with that. And then that just gets tucked in there. And some more just edging with the vintage music paper. Some more of the fabric ruffles. And here is one of those tags that I made. This is with strips of scrap paper, and then you can journal on the back of that. So that gets tucked in there. Some more fancy stitching. And then another clock for my sticker book. Another one of those stamped somewhat semi-snippet rolls, snippet pieces. This also is from that same trip with the receipt to Aruba. And this is, I believe, her, it looks like Caracas, maybe? Caracas, Haiti. This is, I guess, what she was keeping tabs of what she was spending on her trip, which was pretty neat. And here is another one of those little clusters I was experimenting with. And then I turned that into a little tuck spot too. Another one of my little flips. Well, they're not my flips, but I like to use them in the journals. And I did, I don't know how many videos back, but I was playing with some tags that I got and paint. And so the back is blank, so you can journal all over it. And then the front, I love the way it turned out. And I don't know if you can see it on, but it's gold paint all the way around. And then I did some stamping in the middle of it, but that came out pretty cool. And then some more paper for journaling. Another fabric ruffle, and just like the front, here's a little like a little paper bag. This idea I got from Bonnie, and it's using scraps, but then you can use it to make notes or to make lists or to write, you know, little sayings if you want. And that tucks in there. And then here's another one of the collage stamp tags that I made. And then in the back, we have a little fabric sample card thing with a little bulb pin here. And it has the little beads on it. And I tried to match the beads with the fabric here. And with my signature there, and then another piece of paper for journaling. And I just put the fabric on the outside when I tucked it in, just to, you know, it doesn't get wrinkly or anything. And then there's the back. So that is my little journal. And I call this the flower journal. in the listing, not listing, in the listing in Etsy. So it is available in my Etsy shop if you are interested. I will leave a link to this journal in the description box below. But this one, and you know what I'm really noticing? I'm liking this size. This is the second one of this size that I've done recently. I know I've done ones this size in the past, but as of recent, I've done 2 in a row, which is like the 5.5 by 7.5, because I like the way it fits in your hands. I also like the way that it's kind of portable. You can throw it in a bag if you need to, a backpack, and it's just not too big. But, you know, I always do like the traveler's notebook sizes as well. So I'm getting to kind of figure out the sizings that I like. So this is definitely one of them. Well, I hope you enjoyed the walkthrough of this journal. As always, thank you so much for watching. Leave any comments below if you want. I love to read them. And I will see you in my next video. Bye.